time for the main event of the evening!
It's like a museum of memories. It stays with you forever.
Well, you heard Big Tone, wrestling fans. Main event time here at the Barre Elks Lodge in Barre, Vermont, as Green Mountain Wrestling's WinterSlam III comes to a crescendo. My name is Peter DeLonge. My honor and privilege to be with you on the call. Thanks so much for joining us here on the YouTube page. If you haven't already, hit like and click subscribe. Keep up to date on everything we upload. Coming down to the ring right now, two men who made their Green Mountain Wrestling debut on the inaugural event back in May of 2023, The Beginning, which you can go back on this very YouTube page and watch for free. Unbeknownst to us, these two were on the same page the entire time, but they got themselves signed up for a three-way dance. It was the two of them and Strong Spirit Gabriel Sky. No one knew that they were together as a team, as a unit. So it was basically a two-on-one situation. Very on brand for these two. Going forward from there, they became one of the most feared and most accomplished teams in Green Mountain Wrestling. They went to the top of the pile, and they basically dominated the division for quite some time, alongside another team who they'll be going against tonight. And at some point it was decided that there was not enough room for both of these teams in the Green Mountains. Abed Arroniz throwing his soaking wet shirt at Big Tone Tony Morris. He did not catch that. It just stuck to his arm.
Mary's 10 times better than LeBron James.
You can hear him talking trash to the crowd. This may be the last time that they talk trash to the crowd as a unit, if this team has anything to say about it. The Ultimate Powers, Jobz and Mullet Man, also made their Green Mountain Wrestling debut on the debut event, The Beginning. They went up against the Collective and, of course, had a decisive win, which shaped their trajectory from there on out. The Ultimate Powers and Memory Museum ran parallel for the majority of their time in Green Mountain Wrestling, only facing each other a few times here and there. But the challenge was made. The frustration reached its limit, and all four men decided that they were not willing to go on with each other in the division together. So tonight, we're watching one of these teams meet their fate, as the losing unit can no longer team in Green Mountain Wrestling. Before we go any further, let's kick it over to Tony Morris for the opening announcements.
Our main event is a tornado tag match scheduled for one fall. And the losing team must disband forever. This contest is brought to you by Forbidden's Reserves, connoisseur-grade cannabis products grown in Vermont using environmentally responsible practices. Forbidden's Reserves brings you the highest quality and most aromatic cannabis possible. Introducing first, in the corner to my right, from Neverland, and weighing in at a combined weight of 360 pounds, Abed Arroniz and Joe Krule, Memory Museum. And their opponents, from Coventry, Vermont, at a combined weight of 419 pounds, Mullet Man and Jobz,
And not even allowing the announcements to finish, Memory Museum on a warpath. They know what's at stake for this matchup, and they do not intend on coming up short tonight. Every intention in their bone is pointing towards the dissolution of the Ultimate Powers here in Green Mountain Wrestling. On a personal note, I think it would be a shame if Memory Museum lost this matchup, because their matching gear is stellar. It is fantastic. I'll give them that. They have one thing that I enjoy about them. but they're welcome. Whatever team loses this matchup, they're welcome to team anywhere else. Just when they come to Green Mountain Wrestling, they ain't in the tag team division with each other. Forget about it. As Mullet Man is just giving Abed Arroniz a complete tour of the building here. Jobz getting a kick right to the jaw by Joe Krule. Jobz might be out after that last kick as Mullet Man takes Abed Arroniz and makes a heck of a mess over there in the back of the building. Oh no! Mullet Man never saw Joe Krule coming. Krule looks like he knocked Jobz unconscious and decided to join Abed Arroniz to double team Mullet Man. But now Jobz back up, only to take a chair to the side of the head from Abed Arroniz. Both of these teams have established themselves as the top dogs in the tag division. So it's no question, it's no surprise that these two want to eliminate each other for good in this promotion.
Let's get him! You know what to do, Joe!
Ultimate Power's coming back and getting an advantage. It's no secret that Green Mountain Wrestling's tag team titles are on the horizon. At some point, they are coming to Green Mountain Wrestling. And you know, whoever comes out on top of this matchup will have plenty of right to claim their spot in whatever way we decide the championships. If there's a tournament, you know they're going to demand to be in that tournament. They're going to want first seed. And if the Memory Museum come out on top here, you know, in addition to that, we're never going to hear the end of it. Good God, can you imagine it? Hey, we won the titles. Also, there's no more Ultimate Powers because of us. They'll be insufferable. And the Ultimate Powers pulling out all the stops, using everything at their disposal. And of course we had to tack on the stipulation of this matchup being a tornado tag match, because you know there was no way that Adam Brunt was going to want to call a disqualification and cause one of these teams to break up for good at Green Mountain Wrestling. On top of that, you know that there'd be no use in having rules in this matchup because neither of these teams are going to abide by them. Not with what's at stake. Joe Krule now being double teamed by the Ultimate Powers. Double back body drop, crashing down on the canvas. Joe Krule in trouble. Abed Arroniz somewhere in the building. Off the ropes now goes Krule. Drop toe hold by Jobz. Mullet Man off the ropes. Dropping the elbow across the shoulder blades. Goes for the cover, but Abed Arroniz just in time. Gets his wits about him and comes and breaks up the pin. What a kick to the jaw of Mullet Man. Do-si-do, round and round. Couple of back elbows, however. Turns it around. Shoulder into the midsection of Abed Arroniz. Mullet Man, oh, wait a minute. And now we're going to count. Down onto the heads of the Memory Museum. Oh! Turning it around, a quick reversal. Memory Museum working so well together. Didn't even have to communicate with that, knew exactly what to do. Slingshot the top rope into the throat of a descending Jobz. It's maneuvers like that that cemented Memory Museum as one of the top tag teams in the division here. The creativity and ingenuity and innovation in their offense is what sets them apart.
What happened, Mullet Man? I thought you were gonna disband us. Huh? What happened?
Joe Krule has some yellow tape there. Mullet Man fighting back now. Abed Arroniz coming in with a kick, however. Oh no, what do they have in play? What do they have in mind here? Mullet Man being choked out on that bottom rope. Joe Krule with that tape. And Jobz sees it. Decides to take it away from him. Shoulder to the midsection. Jobz now into the match. Back elbow takes Abed Arroniz down. Krule hits the mat as well. And the tape flies out into the crowd. Whatever Joe Krule and Abed Arroniz had planned, you can forget about it. And hold on a second. Memory Museum perhaps making a fatal mistake here. We all know it. Oh no. Low blow, taking advantage of the lax rules here. Jobz back to the outside, leaving Mullet Man prone at the hands of both members of Memory Museum once again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it.
Krule with a knee in the back of his head. And where the heck where's Abed Arroniz going? Krule pulling an arm, wrenching it in the wrong direction here. Stretching Mullet Man like I've never seen before. Punishing that shoulder. What did he say? Did he say zip ties? Come on. I mean, that sort of thing doesn't surprise me. It is Memory Museum we're talking about, but I still don't want to see it.
Shut up! This is our guy here. This is the guy who made a mess of
Krule and Arroniz now zip tying Mullet Man to the ropes. Clearly making a trip to Ace Hardware before getting here. Picking up the accessories. Mullet Man fighting back. Abed Arroniz showing his frustration and just booting the hell out of the face of the Mullet Maniac.
Like a loser! Like everybody here, a loser!
Jobz trying to get in to save his partner. Arroniz making sure that Jobz does not come to the aid of Mullet Man as the Memory Museum continue to hold court in this matchup. With everything on the line, forget about titles, forget about gold, forget about bragging rights. This is career longevity here in Green Mountain Wrestling. You can't win titles if you can't tag together. Dropping a knee to the ear of Mullet Man.
Make him watch it!
Mullet Man tied up in the ropes now. Able to watch his partner Jobz be decimated by Memory Museum here. Crashing down face first into the canvas.
He's not gonna break up the pin!
And this could be it. We may be seeing the last of the Ultimate Powers here. No! An explosive kick out by Jobz.
Bring him up! Get the shit to him!
Krule continuing to take the boots to the back of the neck of Mullet Man as Abed Arroniz is still tuning up Jobz. And this is Not a welcome sight, to say the least. Wait a minute. The Yoga Ninja Tyler Payne here, longtime friend of the Ultimate Powers, taking advantage of the lax rules. Payne up to the top. Namaste. Double cross body on Memory Museum. And that may work out to be the great equalizer, as Mullet Man Jobz now have a chance. Mullet Man wheeling himself back up to his feet, pulling his partner back up as well. Preparing for the final showdown here. Kick to the midsection. Jobz puts Krule up on his shoulders. Jobz NATO. Arroniz off the ropes. Big boot to Abed Arroniz. Leg drop from Mullet Man. Round and round Krule goes. The pin. And that's it. The Ultimate Powers remain a team. And tonight we say goodbye to the Memory Museum.
Here are your winners, the Ultimate Powers!
It was looking dire for the Ultimate Powers there, as the Memory Museum pulled out zip ties to tie Mullet Man to the ropes. Tyler Payne could no longer stand to watch, couldn't stand by idly, came out to even the odds, and it was just enough to allow the Ultimate Powers to gain the advantage and pick up the win and continue their reign here in the Green Mountain Wrestling Tag Team Division. And at this point, the best we can say for Abed Arroniz and Joe Krule is that they are but a fading memory here in Green Mountain Wrestling. You can see the disappointment on their face. And Mullet Man's got a mic. Let's hear what he has to say.
Abed and Joe, I'm going to sing you a song written by the people of Barre, Vermont. It goes a little something like this. Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. One more time.
Green Mountain Wrestling fans, you are looking at Memory Museum as they are a team in Green Mountain Wrestling for the very last time. They knew what was at stake. They took the risk, and they came up short at the end. And the Ultimate Powers will continue on and continue to be seen as a dominant force in the tag team division in Green Mountain Wrestling. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here at the Barre Lodge in Barre, Vermont. Please keep up to date on our social medias and get informed on all of our upcoming events. We have plenty coming up. This is the first in our season. We're just getting started. Don't go far. Keep an eye out. 2026 will be the year of Vermont independent wrestling. Until then, wrestling fans, we'll see you next time.